Is your guitar out of tune? In this lesson today, I'm going to show you a few ways you can tune your guitar. Hey there, I'm Owen Vickers from Guitar Mastery Method. We have taught tens of thousands of guitarists all around the world just like you to improve their guitar playing. The quickest and probably most accurate way of tuning your guitar is to use an electronic tuner. Today I've got a tuner pedal set up here and I'm just going to take you through how to quickly use one if you're not sure, if you haven't used one before. What basically you can do is play a note on the guitar and then on the pedal it will show what that note is and whether it's in tune or not. So what this is telling me is that that's an E note, which is what I want that string to be. So good start there, but it's showing that the note is flat by being this side. If I turn my tuning peg, keep playing that note, it'll start coming up, and when it's in the middle and green in this particular tuner, I'm in tune. That note is now in tune, that string. Alright, now our low E string is in tune, let's move on to the A string. And it's an A, which is good, but because it's reading on this side of the green line, I know that that note is sharp. So I need to bring the pitch of that string down. Too far. And now we're in tune. Let's move on to the D string. Uh-oh. C sharp, that's not what we want. So that tells me that's very flat. We need to bring that up to a D. There we are, on to the G. Just a little bit sharp, so we'll bring that down. B. Or almost just down a little bit. And the high E string. That's better. Another form of electronic tuner and a nice cheap alternative is the clip-on tuner. So these great little devices, got a little clip on them and then the tuner part, and they just clip onto the headstock of your guitar generally. Now the way they work is they pick up vibrations, so it's got to have a nice clean contact with the headstock there, with the guitar. Let me just get a close-up of that and I'll show you what they look like when we're tuning. So these work on the same principle as the pedal tuner. Play a note, and it shows me that the note's E, but flat there. We need to get that line in the middle. And on this particular one, it's got a nice feature that it turns green when we hit the right note. Onto the A string. There we go, D. Spot on. Nice. G, bit flat again, just raise the pitch of that, nice, B string, oh, that's very flat, and the high E, also a bit flat, done. Although I used an electric guitar for the pedal tuner and an acoustic guitar for the clip-on tuner, they will work interchangeably. So you can use a pedal tuner for your acoustic guitar if you've got a plug on it and a pickup inside. And on your electric guitar, they still work with the vibration of the clip-on tuner by putting it on the headstock. So really good if you're playing in a noisy room, the clip-on tuner and the pedal tuner will work really well. The next way of tuning I'm going to show you is probably one that you have seen before, and this is the 5-5-5-4-5 method of tuning. I'll explain why it's called that in a second. Now this assumes that your low E string is already in tune, so you may have to tune that up to your clip-on tuner or your electronic tuner and then use this method just to fine tune. Another way that you can tune the low E string is to compare it to the note of another instrument that's already in tune. If you're playing with other instruments, other guitarists, and they're in tune, you just tune to them. Or if you've got a piano lying around, you can tune to that as well. Right, now I already know that my E string is in tune. I've used my pedal tuner for that. Now the 55545. What we're going to do is, our A string is slightly out, I can tell that. So I'm going to go to the 5th fret on the low E string. This is where all the 5s come from. That note there is the note A. That string open, 5th string open, is A. So those notes should be the same. Let's see. No. This open A is lower pitched or flat. So we need to bring the pitch of that upwards. So we just play those notes back and forward, and you've got to use your ear to get them sounding the same. Bring it up a little bit. Still out. Getting closer. Almost there. It can take a little while to train your ear to hear the pitch of the notes exactly the same. Sometimes they may sound in tune but still be slightly out, so just keep practicing at it, and surely I'll show you some other ways to check that you are in tune. Let's just go back to that string. Sounds pretty close, but it's just slightly flat still. Sounds good to me. Alright, onto the D string. So we go to the 5th fret, it's our next 5 of the A string. So that note is a D, and the open string, 4th string, is a D. So they should be the same. Let's see. No, definitely not the same. That second note, that open D string, is higher pitched than the 5th fret on the A string. So we need to bring the pitch of that down. Sounds better. On to the next one. It's another 5, so 5th fret on the D string and the open G. Sounds pretty close. Let's move on to the next one. Now this is where it slightly changes. Remember, it was 5, 5, 5, 4. So we go to the 4th fret on the G string, which is the note B. Now this string open is the note B, so they should be the same. Sounds good to me. Now, one thing that can really affect the tuning of your guitar, and one thing you might be wondering is, I've tuned my guitar and then I've left it in the stand overnight, come back and it's completely out the next day. Remember, majority of them are just made of wood, and wood expands and contracts in the heat and the cold, which can adjust your tuning overnight or even within a day if it's a particularly hot or cold day. Alright, one more string to go, the high E string. We've done our 5, 5, 5, 4, got one more 5 there. So that's the 5th fret on the B string, which is the note E. Should be the same as the high E string open. Nope, that high E string's flat, so we need to bring the pitch of that up a bit. There we go. Job done. Another thing we can do to check our tuning is to use harmonics. So if you play directly over the 5th fret on the low E string, just pick that and release the string, get that nice bell-like sound of a harmonic. That harmonic at the 5th fret and the harmonic at the next string down at the 7th fret should be the same pitch. So we're already in tune, so all of these should be the same. That works on the next set of strings, the A string and the D string, 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string. go down to the next set of strings, same again, so 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G. Now because of the tuning of the guitar, remember we did our 5, 5, 5, 4, everything was down half a step on that particular string, so we can't use these two notes because they're not the same. But if you hit the 7th fret of the low E string, that harmonic is the note B. It should be the same as the open B string. And back on the B and E string, we're back to being able to use the 5th and 7th fret. So 5th fret harmonic on the B string, 7th fret harmonic on the E string, should be the same note. Cool. Now, our technology has told us we're in tune, and our ears have told us we're in tune. Let's play a chord just to see what our brain thinks. That to me sounds pretty good. Now, with a G chord in particular, I seem to find, it's just my ear, you may be different, but if I play a G chord and any of the notes are out, it really stands out to me. But just play any chords. And just listen to if anything just sounds off, and then recheck your tuning if it does. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope your guitar is now nicely in tune. If you just go ahead and click the subscribe button down below, you'll see all of our new lessons coming up. If you want to find out what your #1 progress killer is on the guitar, click the link that I'll leave in the description box down below. It'll take you to a short 30-second survey on our website, which will find and fix the biggest roadblock to your guitar playing. See you in the next lesson.